Hello. There's a base there yesterday. Looks like it decayed. Looks like they've been on, because that wasn't there. Nobody's really messed with my stuff, so that's good. Well, that was easy to check if I got raided. Watch, I open this last door and the wall's gone. Whew. It's definitely happened to me before. Excuse me. Let's check. So I built this around the door just to see how I felt about it, if I liked it. It's great if I don't need power. If I need power, I have to F1 to get into my base. And that makes it so that I can't run the electricals in and out. Even with this, I had a little difficulty. I had to put so I got my batteries up here, and to hook up that camera, I had to put the branch thing out there. Just so that I could reach it. So that was a good lesson to learn. I don't really need much. Oh, I want to see how much charge this battery has. Let's turn that off. Just at 1,000. X6. I don't know my alphabet, apparently. Oh, damn. Yeah, I'll go get that. I wonder if it's almost broken. Let's close up here. See if I can get it before anybody else does. I might not. Put my electrical in here. See, this is the hard part about this base, is having to F1 to get in and out. Makes it a little harder to do things quickly. There's my base. I'll just Just try to make it look rated. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Last two wipes, it's worked until about halfway through the wipe, and people start realizing, like, hey, it hasn't decayed yet. So we'll see if that happens this time. Oh, I think you got it. Let's see. X6. How many does he have? Nice. I got it. AK for 200 scrap. That's pretty good. Because I think an LR300 is 500 scrap, which I think got buffed. And from what I hear, it's the better gun now. So maybe that's an accurate pricing, but I think it's still still probably a good price. It's absolutely a good price. Just waiting for my brand new AK. Here it comes. The drone. I'm dropping it off. Woohoo! Let's see what else is out. I haven't even checked the shops on the map yet to see if anybody's selling anything useful. Let's see. Not reachable by drone. There's food. Revolver. Some bullets. Not reachable by drone. Tier 2. I mean, how much is it? 150. That's going to be nice for someone just joining the server. 500 compared to the other one. Not great. Diesel. I don't need any of that stuff. I feel like I usually just find that stuff. Looks like, sounds like someone got marked. Let's see. Shops. Dang, someone was selling. That's kind of a lot, I think. Tees for metal frags. That could be nice. Ooh, I should go diving. I haven't been diving yet, and I have all the stuff. And there's a crate. to see if anybody who's running around. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my base after I see who this guy is. He's got a full metal kit. Hello. He knows I'm watching him. Let's wave at him. He's definitely gonna think I'm following him. But I'm not at this point. Fooled him. I should use one of these exits. So that they don't follow me out. They might hear that torch. Just need to depot this AK. Hopefully they don't kill me right as I'm getting up to it. Come on. Okay. Well, those are depoted. As long as no one burns that down. Which they could pretty quickly. Let's check if anybody has... Nice. Oh, score. Gun. Tommy body. hear a bear outside. Looks like someone's been here. Because I feel like there'd be more boxes. Maybe that milk crate just respawned. Yep. And someone left some stuff that hasn't despawned yet. There's a boat. Should I try to shoot at it? Now they're out of render distance. Hopefully I scared them a little bit. Just to be a turd. Oh. Did he replenish that? A bolty. Where's my base? Left. Can't get too close to outpost for another couple seconds. There's some goodies. Oh yeah, the crate at airfield. Is it still there? Yeah. I need a hazmat. Let's respawn inside. So I need a hazmat suit, which is upstairs. Take this one. What else do I need from up here? I'll take a little bit of food. I need some low grade. There's always some heat around here when cargo's coming. Let's take some cloth. Shit, he's gonna find my stuff. Sounds like you ran away. Trying to move it slowly so that people don't hear. Because when you move it quick, it makes a little whining sound. Well, nighttime's a good time to go outside. Right now. for my setup. There's a lower chance of being seen spawning on the roof. Shoot, I forgot the low grade. For the train. Okay. Oh, shoot. I have to wait. Yeah, every time cargo's here, my base gets a lot of traffic. Wonder why I have a sleeping bag over there. Oh, we were doing some raiding there. Were we? I feel like we were here and here. I didn't put a sleeping bag there. Oh, I think I know who that is. Someone that we raided with. And I think they've been wanting a crew. That's nice of them to bag me. I'll have to go check that out. This sleeping bag just has a flamethrower in front of it. Someone's calling me. That's weird. Never heard my phone ring. But it's not powered. It shouldn't ring. That's super weird. Okay. Let's eat up. And then run over to Sardi. Becoming daytime. Where's cargo? Let's. Gosh dang it. Well, now people know there's a gun out here. Better keep an eye out. Once we get to that train, we'll be relatively safe. Oh no, someone took it. Shoot. Well, let's go run dome while we're at it. That's too bad. Right. Probably need to do a mining run soon. Farm run. Get some nodes. Scientists. Haven't seen anybody yet. Heard them. Oh, I guess I saw some people at Outpost. What's that? That's at Airfield. So I might run into some people. And cargo's over here, so I'm definitely gonna run into people. I should have brought a bolty. And just plinked people off of the top of Dome. I wish the hot air balloon was... I don't know, I guess I haven't used it too much. I was gonna say, I wish it was better. But I always get shot down. Like, I wish SAM sites couldn't see it. Uh-oh. Boxes are empty. Which could mean someone is here. bummer. I hear someone out there with a jackhammer. I don't see him though. Yeah, I'm gonna assume there's someone here. I haven't heard any steps. This will be interesting. If there is someone. How do you get up there? Someone's raiding. I want to figure out how to get up into that. Be a nice little crow's nest to use here at Dome. I think if I climbed up that arm, I could jump over. hear the boom. Can't see it though. It's got to be on the other side of the mountain. Well, if my presence wasn't known then, it is now. Looks like they're gone. At least a singular diesel was found. Should I camp it? Can I see cargo from here? Yeah, I want to get to that. No, from here it wouldn't be possible, but maybe from there. Do I mind losing my stuff? I should have put it back down. Let's see if we can see cargo from here. Where is cargo? Straight ahead from here. Definitely cannot see it. What about from here? Nope. Man, with an L9, from here you could maybe protect a crate. Let's go back down there and try to get up to that thing. I'm just curious. Let's see. What's that one? So I'm definitely not getting to it from here. I think from that platform I have to go up. Oh no. I think I can get up from there. Not once have I recovered during this wipe. just gonna get to full health because I can afford to right now. And I'd rather not need to and not be able to later. Well, should we try again? Yeah, let's try it. Plus, there's some crates to collect. I'm starting to spawn again. Which one? Yeah. This one right here. Let's see if this crate spawned. Yeah, it did. Okay, this might make it so it's not worth it to try that out if everything has spawned. Let's go check the top. Tippy top. Yep, I've spawned. Some tech trash. A bubbler. Nothing crazy though. I'm gonna try it. Let's take a look at that again. The nicest thing I have is probably the Thompson. I like the old dome. I haven't even been playing for that long, but I play on servers sometimes that had the old do I dare? Even just standing here is, well, it's unprotected, but There's no way I'd survive if I fell. Let's try it. Ooh. Well, now I feel like I have to stay here and camp it for a little bit. Because unless there's a grenade, it's going to be hard to get up to me. Let's keep looking. Just to see if there's something interesting. Hi. Can I climb that? Probably could, but it doesn't seem like there's a reason to. Man, how do I get down? Definitely gonna have to break my leg jumping onto that. Probably just sprint off. Because if I jump, I don't know, probably be fine. I'd probably have to sprint off. Well, I wish someone would come up. Maybe we should learn some Docker. Let's search. Let's go hide over here a little bit. Let's share this screen. Actually, let's add some text real quick. Camping dome. While learning Docker. Okay. Make that visible. For all my fans. Shoot. There's Holly again. I feel like Holly's out a lot more recently. Okay. Nginx reverse proxy with multi-container. That sounds like a video I want to watch. Let's do window capture. I feel like the features on here on OBS Studio, my streaming software, are slightly different on Windows than they are in Linux. Like I have access to more on Linux. My voice sounds so crackly. Hello. Okay.
Hey Provo, Google Fiber is expanding in your area and we're bringing gigabit internet.
हाय एवरीवन, ये जो सेशन होगा हमारा Nginx रिवर्स प्रॉक्सी के बारे में। और यहाँ पे हम मल्टीपल कंटेनर कैसे कम्युनिकेशन करेंगे थ्रू द रिवर्स प्रॉक्सी यहाँ पे हम देखेंगे। ओके, तो यहाँ पे मैंने कुछ डायग्राम बनाया है आज फॉर आवर सेशन। ओके, सो यहाँ पे क्या होता है, मान लीजिए कि एक यूजर है और ये क्या करता है, हमारा डीएनएस को रिडायरेक्ट करता है। ओके, तो जब हम क्या करते हैं, यहाँ पे एक प्रॉक्सी कंटेनर लगा हुआ है जो हमारा 80 पोर्ट में एक्सेस हो रहा है, लिसन कर रहा है। ओके, और वो क्या करेगा, जब हम ये जो डीएनएस है हमारा devopstudia.com का है, जब हम उसको एंटर करेंगे तो ये क्या करेगा, हमारा होम पेज का जो कंटेनर है उसको रिडायरेक्ट करेगा। ओके, तो यहाँ पे हमारा ट्रैफिक आता है और यहाँ पे जब हम क्या करते हैं, इस यूआरएल को डालते हैं, वो रिडायरेक्ट होता है हमारा होम पेज को। ओके, उसके बाद यहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया है, दो कंटेनर यूज किया है जो हमारा लिंक होता है हमारा होम पेज के साथ। ओके, और ये जो कंटेनर है होम पेज कंटेनर, ये कम्युनिकेशन करता है थ्रू दी ऑर्डर कंटेनर और होता है हमारा पेमेंट कंटेनर। तो यहाँ पे जो ऑर्डर कंटेनर है उसका जो डीएनएस है वो है हमारा order.example.com। ये इस डीएनएस के थ्रू हमारा कम्युनिकेशन करेगा। और ये जो पेमेंट कंटेनर है इसका डीएनएस है हमारा payment.example.com। ओके, तो यहाँ पे हम क्या कर रहे हैं, चारों कंटेनर ले रहे हैं, जहाँ पे हमारा ऑर्डर कंटेनर है, पेमेंट कंटेनर है, होम कंटेनर है और एक प्रोक्सी कंटेनर है। ओके, तो यहाँ पे हम क्या करेंगे, Nginx को यूज करेंगे जो हमारा ट्रैफिक को और जो हमारा मल्टीपल कंटेनर है उनके साथ कम्युनिकेशन करेगा। ओके, तो चलते हैं और हम हमारा प्रैक्टिकल सेक्शन में जाते हैं। आप इस वीडियो के साथ लगे रहिए और लास्ट तक देखिए, जिसके थ्रू आपको ये रिवर्स प्रॉक्सी में Nginx क्रिएट करेंगे तो मल्टीपल है, डॉकर, नेटवर्क और लिस्ट के लिए ls, पेज के लिए। तो ये चारों कंटेनर हम क्रिएट करेंगे और हम उसको कॉन्फ़िगर, तो हो चुका है हमारा प्रॉक्सी कंटेनर। और ये जो होम कंटेनर है हम क्या करेंगे, एडिट।
Let's just search cool Docker containers to run at home. That sounds like fun. Actually, I'm hungry. I need some food. I'm just gonna leave this on. And go get some food. not that big. Want it to fit. All right, I'll BRB. There's someone here. Almost missed it. I might have already missed him. Yep. They're already at the top. I'll probably die if I go chase him. Maybe they'll walk by there on that pipe. Kind of doubt it though. I feel like most people who run Dome are still kind of in the prim stage. Where'd he go? Disappeared pretty quick. Well, missed out on that one. It's probably going to be a while before somebody else shows up. So maybe this isn't worth it.
Some people just know that the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Because you...
Are you getting started running Docker containers in your home lab? Are you wondering, what are the best Docker containers to run on my home server? Well, I've got you guys covered. I'm going to consider with you guys the top 5 Docker containers to run on your home server and why I run them. So stick around, let's dive right in. So guys, the first Docker container found on my list of the best Docker containers for home server is a solution known as Rancher. Rancher is a fantastic Kubernetes management and orchestration platform that allows you to easily spin up new Kubernetes clusters and even onboard and manage existing Kubernetes clusters in your environment. Rancher includes integrations with the popular public cloud providers as well as private cloud technologies such as VMware vSphere. And since I run my home lab on VMware vSphere, it makes it extremely easy to use Rancher to deploy new Kubernetes clusters on top of vSphere. Using the cluster management functionality found in Rancher, you can easily create new Kubernetes clusters. And as you can see, you can create those on top of public cloud technologies such as EKS, AKS, and GKE, as well as using infrastructure as a service platforms such as Amazon EC2, Azure Virtual Machines, DigitalOcean, as well as other providers such as Linode, and as I already mentioned, VMware.
You may have noticed that we spin up all kinds of containers on my channel. They range from containers for media consumption, containers for creating content, containers for monitoring, containers for logging and metrics, containers for home automation, containers for custom code, and even containers for gaming. And while all these containers are really awesome and give us a ton of utility, I realized that I might have skipped over a very important and essential part of containers, and that's creating our own container. You might be asking, what is a container? A container is a standard unit of software that packages up code and all of its dependencies so that applications run quickly and reliably from one environment to another. That helps prevent the works on my machine symptoms you sometimes hear in software development. But it's even more than just working. A Docker container image is a lightweight, standalone, executable package of software that includes everything needed to run an application: code, runtime, system tools, libraries, and settings. Think of it like software that has batteries included. And so once you bundle all of that up, it's called an image. And these images become containers when they run. And this image can be lifted and shifted to Windows, Mac, or Linux. And it will run the same regardless of infrastructure. And that's what makes images so powerful, not only during development, but also during runtime. So, that aside, I mentioned we want to build our own Docker images. We're going to create an image that's a little more useful than the typical Hello World tutorials you see out there for Docker. It's going to be a tiny web server to serve out a web page through Nginx. We're going to make sure we can build it, run it, and test it on our own machine. And then we'll touch briefly on how we can automate this, making it repeatable on other machines. And we're going to do all of this in a couple of minutes. And after that, we'll have a custom Docker image that we can spin up and self-host in our own environment.
Pull all the pieces together and bring your ideas to life. Level up your app game and improve your process with Azure AI. Quickly build, train, and deploy machine learning models. Deliver amazing experiences using high-quality AI models as APIs. Automate processes with Azure services and get time.
So, it all starts out with a Docker file. Now, at first glance, this isn't anything special. If you look at it, it's just a file named Dockerfile. But that's really all it takes to start your first Docker image. In the first line, we're going to type from. From specifies what base image we'll be using to build our own image. Almost every single image for Docker is based on another image, and most of them are Linux. You can specify an image like Ubuntu, and this will give you a good starting point with all the dependencies from Ubuntu to build your image. But if we're building a web server, we don't want to base it off of Ubuntu. We want to base it off something much, much smaller. And as I mentioned, we want to do that off of Nginx. So if we set Nginx, now our base image is from Nginx. And this is actually coming from Docker Hub. And in Docker Hub, you can see many different tags for this image. We have version tags, we have unversioned tags, and then we have some that include some additional dependencies like Perl, or we have some that are based off an entirely different base image altogether, like Alpine. And we can pin this to...
Okay, it's about to get dark, and I don't want to be stuck up here. So let's see if I die. Nice. I know how to get off of it. It's a little painful, but nothing. It's my train. Train's probably gone. Yep, and I do not see a train. But let's go find one. Crap, I need to get down quick. Because it is getting dark. Saw someone running. That was a train. Should be able to find something. I might not find anything. Oh, looks like we're coming up on something. So one of those gambling trains. No, it's a real train. Home we go.
Any of the tags we just saw. So if we want to get the latest 1.10.1, this will give us the latest Nginx image. But this image, although small, is a little bit bigger than the Alpine. I think the base Nginx image is around 50 megabytes, but we wanted this to be tiny. So we're actually going to choose the Alpine version. And this is super tiny. It's like 19 megabytes. And if you're not familiar with Alpine Linux, it's a super tiny Linux distribution. I think it's only like 5 megabytes, so super tiny. And a lot of image maintainers base their images off of Alpine because it's so darn small. So we're gonna go with Alpine. Next up are environment variables, and they use the keyword env. You can see we get some IntelliSense here. And you can see it's just a key value pair. So if we wanted to set an environment variable of foo equals bar, we could, or bar equals baz, we could do that too. Now we're not gonna use any environment variables. If we do need them, we'll pass them in when we create our container, rather than specify them here. But if you're inheriting from an image that requires some variables to be passed in, you could do it here too. But we don't need them for this. So the next command we're going to use, and you see often, is the copy command. And you can see the copy command takes two parameters. It takes a source and a destination. Now, what are we going to copy? And where are we going to copy it to? So the copy command can actually copy files from the host machine, so this machine that we're on, into our actual image. So for us, that means copying in our website or some static pages for this to serve up. So we haven't created those yet, so let's create them real quick. So first, let's create a source folder. And in this source folder, let's create a new folder called HTML. And in here, let's create an index.html. In this index.html, let's copy some HTML. So this is a real simple web page. HTML tags, body tag, H1 tag saying hello, H1 tag again saying it works on my machine, and then a P or a paragraph saying, and it works on every machine. Then we close out the body, then we close out HTML. Let's format this. There we go. And then let's also add a couple of images, a wave and a whale. So let's include these in our web page. So img source equals wave, close out, copy this guy. This is the wave, let's do whale. Okay, so now we should have a simple web page, but let's test it really quick. Okay, just did a file open on the index.html with the browser, and it works. It's not winning any awards, but it does work. Please don't judge my web dev skills based on this page. I promise I can do a little bit better than this. And who knows, by the time you see this, I might update it and style it a little bit better. Oh, which is a good reminder. If you're looking for the documentation, you can find it in the description below. There should be a link in there to my documentation site, which also includes a link to all the source files for this repo and more. So, as I was saying, maybe I'll style that a little bit more before you see this. Anyways, so now that we have our web page, we can go back to the Docker file because we were talking about the copy command. Little side quest there, creating a web page. But the copy command takes a source and a destination. So the source is all of src, source.html, and the destination. Where is the destination? So the destination is going to be /user/share/nginx/html. Now, how did I know that? Well, I've used Nginx a few times before.
At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what Big Wireless does. They charge you a lot, we charge you a little. They put their names on arenas, we put ours on my lower back. So naturally, when they announced they'd be raising their prices due to inflation, we decided to deflate our prices due to not hating you. And if this were one of their ads, they'd end it here with a happy customer. So we'll end ours with an angry couple.
But this is where Nginx keeps its default site that it's going to serve out. Notice I'm mentioning Nginx. So this is copying it inside of this image where Nginx lives in a location that's going to serve out these files automatically. And a quick and easy way to do that is in a destination.
Okay.
Oh, there should be a link in there to my documentation site, which also includes a link to, you can see we get some IntelliSense here. And you can see it's just a key value pair. So if we wanted to set an environment variable of foo equals bar, we could. Or bar equals baz, we could do that too. Now, we're not going to use any environment variables. If we do need them, we'll pass them in when we create our container, rather than specify them here. But if you're inheriting from an image that requires some variables to be passed in, you could do it here too, but we don't need them for this. So the next command we're going to use, and you see often, is the copy command. And you can see the copy command takes two parameters. It takes a source and a destination. Now, what are we going to copy? And where are we going to copy it to? So the copy command can actually copy files from the host machine, so this machine that we're on, into our actual image. So for us, that means copying in our website or some static pages for this to serve up. So we haven't created those yet, so let's create them real quick. So first, let's create a source folder. And in this source folder, let's create a new folder called HTML. And in here, let's create an index.html. In this index.html, let's copy some HTML. So this is a real simple web page. HTML tags, body tag, h1 tag saying hello, h1 tag again saying it works on my machine, and then a p or a paragraph saying, and it works on every machine. Then we close out the body, then we close out HTML. Let's format this. There we go. And then let's also add a couple of images, a wave and a whale. So let's include these in our web page. So img source equals wave, close out, copy this guy, instead of wave, let's do whale. Okay, so now we should have a simple web page, but let's test it really quick. Okay, just did a file open on the index.html with the browser, and it works. It's not winning any awards, but it does work. Please don't judge my web dev skills based on this page. I promise I can do a little bit better than this. And who knows, by the time you see this, I might update it and style it a little bit better. Oh, which is a good reminder. If you're looking for the documentation, you can find it in the description below. There should be a link in there to my documentation site, which also includes a link to all the source files for this repo and more. So, as I was saying, maybe I'll style that a little bit more before you see this. Anyways, so now that we have our web page, we can go back to the Docker file because we were talking about the copy command. Little side quest there, creating a web page. But the copy command takes a source and a destination. So the source is all of src, source.html, and the destination. Where is the destination? So the destination is going to be /user/share/nginx/html. Now, how did I know that? Well, I've used Nginx a few times before. But this is where Nginx keeps its default site that it's going to serve out. Notice I'm mentioning Nginx. So this is copying it inside of this image where Nginx lives in a location that's going to serve out these files automatically. And a quick and easy way to do that is to copy it to here. Okay, so far, inherit from the base image Nginx that's based on Alpine. We're going to copy in our web page or source files. And next, we're going to expose some ports. Now, we don't really need to do this, but let me show you how this works. Now, we can actually expose a port of 80, and we can specify whether it's TCP or UDP. And if you don't specify at all, it's TCP. But really, we don't need to do this at all because when someone uses this image and they create a container from it, they can specify any port they want. So really, this is documentation telling the person who uses this which port they should use. And Nginx with the default configuration is set to use port 80. So this is documentation really, and really, we can just comment it out. Next, we'll need to define a command use for the entry point. And the keyword we use for that is CMD. You can see we're getting some hints here, so we should specify an executable. The executable is Nginx, but we also want to pass some arguments to it. Now I know we need to pass a -G and turn daemon off, but we don't pass it in like this. We actually need to pass in an array of parameters. So this looks kind of funny, but we would do it like this. So this is saying when this container starts up, run Nginx, -G, and daemon off. And if we wanted to run Nginx in debug mode, we would run Nginx.
I don't know if these guys have a TC. Because how am I placing a bag on their base? Huh. I'm gonna place one anyway. That's cool. Allow anyone who approaches this bed to sleep in it and take it over.
Nginx-debug with the same parameters, but we don't want to run it in debug mode. This is the same command that the Nginx image passes in when it starts up by default. So you can leave this specified, or we can remove it. And let's clean up some of our contents. So now we have a really, really simple image, but how do we build it? How do we spin it up? It's really simple. But first you need to make sure you have Docker installed, and you can check by running docker info. If you see this come back with some information and not an error, means you have it installed. So to build our container, we need to make sure we're in the folder where our Docker file is. And if I cat it out, you can see the contents from Nginx, copy some files. We should be able to just run docker build dot. So this is saying Docker engine, run build, and basically look for a Docker file in the relative path, which is here, the current path. So if we run this command, we see it starting to build, we see it loading the Nginx
All
image.
right.
So it's pulling the
I'm
Nginx
done.
image down, extracting, building,
I'm
and
bored.
it looks like it's built. So to check this image that was just built, we should be able to run Docker images and see our image here. We can see we have an image ID, which is the one we just built, and it doesn't have a tag. If we wanted to build one with the tag, we would run docker build-t, name your image, hello-internet, and then a path to the Docker file, which is this current directory. So we run this again, it'll build the container really quick, and if we run Docker images again, we can now see our tagged image. So the name is hello internet, the tag is latest, image ID, and about a minute ago. So great, we have an image, but we don't have a container yet. So how do we create a container? Remember, I said an image becomes a container when we actually execute it.